Hey everybody, it's me, Steve SCHNEE, the CD Junkie, and I don't really have an episode of CD Junkie ready for you right now. I've got plenty of stuff on deck, but what I wanted to do is quickly tell you about a few other projects that are now available to listen to. You don't have to look at this while you listen to them. In fact, I'm going to have a brand new episode of Return of the Living 80s, and I'll put the link in the title card below this video. And then I also have 2 new episodes of my podcast that I wanted to tell you about. Now, my radio show and my podcast are really different from my videos, because obviously in the videos I have to do all the talking and I have to sort of express my opinion, my thoughts. But on my radio shows, which are all streaming on Mixcloud, those I let the music do the talking. I just do intros and back announce, and I just let the music tell the story. On my podcasts, I interview musicians, and I let them tell their story, and I insert musical sound bites throughout the interview. And those are really fun, very informative, and you get to hear 20, 30-second sound bites of songs, so you know, oh my gosh, I got to rush out and get that album. And of course, listening to the artists themselves, you gain a lot of respect and a lot of insight into their music making process. Now, episode 40 of Beach Blanket Fort Bingo is an interview with Gerald Emerick from the band QUINCY. Now, does anybody remember this 1980 album? I love this album, and I have loved it for 40 years. I bought it blindly when it came out, and I was blown away. Love it. Great songs, great pop. It's new wave, it's bouncy, it's melodic. It's got keyboards, guitars, great vocals, great songwriting. And the original 5 members just released a brand new mini album on Cool Cat Music, and that's called 35 Years On. And this is the cover of that. This is a brand new QUINCY CD, and it has 6 brand new studio tracks and 2 live tracks from their classic late 70s, early 80s period. And it is fun. If you want to hear about the first album and the new release and everything in between, and you want to hear musical sound bites from both releases, definitely check out episode 40 of Beach Blanket Fort Bingo, my interview with Gerald Emerick from QUINCY. Now, episode 41 just debuted today on April 11th, and that is an interview with Steve Perrin, guitar player from The Distractions. Now, I've talked about The Distractions in a few videos, and I just wanted to reiterate what a great, wonderful, fabulous band they are. They're from Manchester, England, and they put out an EP and a single in 78 and 79, and in 1980 they released their debut album. It is called Nobody's Perfect, and we discussed the original album, the full album, and the singles. And this 2 CD set here has the digitally remastered version of the albums, all the singles, all the B-sides, 4 previously unreleased demos, and a brand new remix of the Nobody's Perfect album. So that's really a great release to get. But if you want to hear what the band sounds like and you want to hear the stories behind the album and the singles and their career, definitely check out episode 41 of Beach Blanket Fort Bingo, my interview with Steve Perrin from The Distractions. Now, since this album, the band did do some reunion albums, and you can get all of this at Occultation Recordings, which is occultation.co.uk. But definitely check out brand new episodes of Beach Blanket Fort Bingo podcast and my radio show, Return of the Living 80s. Thank you for supporting all my projects, from these videos to my podcast to the radio shows. I really appreciate it, and I hope you find some enjoyment in it. And remember me, I'm Steve SCHNEE, the CD Junkie.